What if I told you that every single minute and a half in the United States, someone over 60 lands in the emergency room, not from illness, but from a sudden fall? And when doctors dig deeper, they often uncover a surprising trigger: weak leg muscles combined with cramps that strike without warning. These cramps aren't just uncomfortable. They can knock you off balance, make you anxious about walking, and even steal your independence. The most shocking part? In many cases, the cause isn't a serious disease at all, but a quiet shortage of two overlooked minerals, magnesium and potassium. I've seen countless patients convinced their leg cramps were simply a part of aging. One woman in her 70s confided she stopped attending church gatherings because she feared collapsing while waiting in line. But once we addressed her diet, her strength returned, and so did her confidence. So let me ask you, have you ever been jolted awake by a painful Charlie horse in your calf? Or do your legs seem to tire far too quickly during the day? If yes, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. We read and reply to every single message because your story truly matters here. In today's video, I'll reveal 8 everyday foods easy to find in nearly any American grocery store, packed with magnesium and potassium, the exact minerals your muscles are begging for. Think of them as the hidden power supply that keeps your legs steady, strong, and free of cramps. And while you're here, don't forget to subscribe to Health Lab so you never miss practical tips to keep you active, confident, and healthy well into your senior years. Let's start with a food so ordinary that most people underestimate it: the green garden pea. Just half a cup of cooked peas delivers about 60-70 milligrams of magnesium and nearly 500 milligrams of potassium. To give you context, that's more potassium than you'd get from eating half a banana, along with a solid boost of magnesium in just a handful of bites. These minerals matter because magnesium allows muscles to fully relax after contracting, while potassium drives the electrical signals that keep every movement smooth. When your body runs low on either, muscles can misfire, leading to cramps, stiffness, and fatigue. Research from the National Institutes of Health shows that seniors who consistently get enough magnesium are far less likely to struggle with nighttime leg cramps compared to those who don't. I once treated George, a 6'9" who had loved fresh peas from his family garden as a boy, but later traded them for fast food and frozen meals. By the time he visited me, he was battling nightly calf spasms. After reintroducing peas and other magnesium-rich vegetables back into his meals, within a month he proudly told me he could sit through his grandson's entire baseball game without the stabbing pain in his legs. No fancy medication, just simple food his body had been missing. Wondering how to add peas back into your diet? It's easier than you think. You don't need complicated recipes. Serve half a cup as a dinner side, sprinkle them into salads for a pop of color, or blend them into a hearty soup. What matters most is consistency. Small servings a few times each week can noticeably improve how steady and energized your legs feel. And as promising as that sounds, the next food is even more exciting. It's a snack you probably already enjoy, but one that secretly carries a remarkable ability to calm restless muscles. Almonds may be small, but just 1 ounce, roughly a handful, packs a powerful punch, delivering around 70-80 milligrams of magnesium and 200-300 milligrams of potassium. Magnesium acts like your body's built-in muscle relaxant, soothing overactive nerves and helping muscles fully release after each contraction. Potassium, meanwhile, ensures the electrical communication between nerves and muscles stays smooth, preventing the sudden misfires that trigger painful Charlie horses. According to research from the Harvard School of Public Health, people who regularly eat nuts such as almonds at least 4 times a week enjoy stronger muscle performance and a lower risk of persistent cramping compared to those who seldom include them in their diets. I recall a patient named Maria, age 72, who came to me worried because her hands often stiffened, causing her to drop kitchen utensils, and her calves locked so tightly at night she had to get up and pace the floor. She thought medication was the only solution. But after reviewing her eating habits, I discovered she rarely consumed magnesium-rich foods. We suggested something simple: Swap her afternoon cookies for a small serving of almonds. Within just a few weeks, Maria noticed her grip improving and her nighttime spasms easing. She told me, "Doctor, I can't believe something so small could make such a big change." If you'd like to try this yourself, keep a jar of almonds in your kitchen or even in your car. Grab a handful when you crave a snack instead of chips, or sprinkle them over yogurt or oatmeal for an easy mineral boost. The best part is, you don't need large amounts. Just an ounce or two several times a week is enough to keep your muscles steadier and more reliable. And if almonds impressed you with their strength, the next food proves that even something as everyday as bread, when chosen carefully, can act like steady fuel for your legs. Bread is found on nearly every American table, but the type you pick makes a huge difference for muscle health. Just 2 slices of whole wheat bread deliver about 40-60 milligrams of magnesium and 100-200 milligrams of potassium. At first glance, those amounts may seem small, but because bread is eaten so frequently, it becomes a reliable daily source of these critical minerals. Magnesium works behind the scenes to prevent that stiff, locked-up feeling by powering energy production inside each cell. Potassium makes sure that energy flows smoothly into your muscle fibers right when you need it most. In fact, research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows that adults who eat whole grains consistently have not only steadier blood sugar levels, but also better muscle performance compared to those who rely on refined white bread. I remember Robert, a 5-year-old who admitted he ate bread with almost every meal. The problem? He always chose soft white bread, stripped of its nutrients. He complained of heavy, tired legs and cramps that kept him from enjoying his daily walk. My suggestion was simple. Replace the white loaf with a hearty 100% whole wheat bread. Within 2 months, Robert noticed his cramps easing and said his legs felt lighter, allowing him to walk farther without discomfort. He didn't give up bread, he just made it work for him instead of against him. If you'd like to try this yourself, check the label carefully and make sure it says 100% whole wheat, not just wheat bread, which often still includes refined flour. Toast it for breakfast with nut butter. Use it to build your sandwiches or pair it with soup at dinner. The secret is consistency, making whole wheat your go-to choice, so every slice helps restore your mineral balance. And since we've just talked about nuts and grains, let's move on to a food that often flies under the radar, yet delivers a unique mix of healthy fats and minerals your muscles will be grateful for. Pecans may be best known from pies in southern kitchens, yet they quietly carry surprising benefits for your muscles. Just 1 ounce, about 20 half supplies, roughly 34 milligrams of magnesium, and a little over 100 milligrams of potassium. Although those numbers are smaller compared to almonds, pecans come with an added bonus: heart-healthy fats that also support your nerves. Why does that matter? Because cramps aren't only about the muscle fibers, they're also about how nerves send signals to contract and relax. The magnesium in pecans acts like a natural brake, calming overstimulated nerve endings, while potassium keeps the rhythm stable so muscles don't fire out of sync. Research published in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that diets including tree nuts like pecans improved neuromuscular coordination in older adults, reducing spasms and even lowering the risk of falls. Bringing pecans into your routine is easier than you might think. Skip the sugar-heavy pies and candied varieties. Instead, enjoy a small handful, raw or roasted, as a simple snack. Toss them into green beans or leafy salads for added crunch, or sprinkle them over oatmeal to start your morning with both flavor and strength. Just a few servings a week can support smoother muscle function and calmer nights. Have you noticed a change in your body when you add nuts to your meals? Type 1 if you have, or 0 if you haven't tried it yet. I read every comment, and your experiences help guide others in this community. And while you're here, don't forget to subscribe to Health Lab so you never miss straightforward tips to keep your legs strong and steady. And since nuts bring both comfort and crunch, let's move next to a leafy green that has been a trusted Southern staple for generations. Packed with minerals that calm restless legs after sundown, Collard greens don't always get the attention they deserve, yet in the American South, they've been cherished for centuries as a symbol of endurance and vitality. Just 1 cup of cooked collards provides about 40 milligrams of magnesium and over 200 milligrams of potassium. That pairing makes them a quiet but powerful ally for aging muscles. Magnesium helps fibers release after contracting, while potassium keeps the communication between nerves and muscles steady. When either runs low, nighttime cramps often creep in unexpectedly. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition has found that diets rich in dark leafy greens are linked to fewer nighttime leg cramps in adults over 60. Collards also bring a bonus: calcium and vitamin K, nutrients that protect bone health. Strong bones and well-functioning muscles go hand in hand, helping to reduce the risk of falls and injuries. Think about it. When your legs don't seize up in the night, you not only rest more deeply, you also wake up with greater confidence to walk, climb stairs, and stay active all day long. And you don't need to prepare them the traditional Southern way with heavy seasoning if that's not your style. Try steaming them lightly with a squeeze of lemon or chopping them into soups and stews. Pairing collards with beans or lean protein creates a nourishing meal that supports both muscles and bones. And now for the next surprise, a food that may seem light and refreshing on the surface, but secretly delivers a powerful edge for hydration and stopping cramps before they even begin. On a hot summer afternoon, few things feel more refreshing than a slice of honeydew melon. But behind its sweet taste lies a mineral profile that can make a real difference for tired, cramp-prone muscles. Just 1 cup delivers about 18 milligrams of magnesium and nearly 400 milligrams of potassium, almost as much potassium as a medium banana. Potassium works like the spark plug for your muscles, restoring the electrical balance that keeps contractions steady, while magnesium helps the fibers relax afterward. Research from the National Institutes of Health shows that older adults who maintain consistent potassium intake are less likely to experience severe cramps, especially in hot weather when the body loses both fluids and minerals. Honeydew also carries another hidden advantage: hydration. With more than 90% water content, it's a natural way to prevent dehydration, one of the overlooked causes of muscle spasms. Picture this: swapping a can of soda for a bowl of melon cubes. You cut out excess sugar and supply your muscles with exactly what they need to recover and stay steady. The simplest way to use honeydew is to keep it pre-cut in the fridge. Toss the cubes into a fruit salad, blend them into a cooling smoothie, or enjoy a slice after your daily walk to cool down and restore balance. Have you ever tried this trick on a scorching day? Type 1 if you have, or 0 if you haven't yet. I read every single comment because your experiences help others in this community. And while honeydew helps hydrate and refresh, the next fruit proves that even a single juicy bite can support both muscles and nerves throughout the summer. Peaches are more than just a sweet symbol of American summer. They're also a gentle but powerful friend to your muscles. A single medium peach provides about 14 milligrams of magnesium and close to 300 milligrams of potassium. That potassium level is on par with what you'd find in a small sports drink. But here it comes, naturally packaged with fiber, antioxidants, and hydration. Potassium keeps muscle contractions smooth by keeping nerves and fibers in sync, while magnesium helps prevent the tight, locked sensation that can escalate into painful cramps. According to USDA data, adults who eat fruits like peaches at least 4 times per week report fewer muscle problems and greater daily energy compared to those who eat them less often. I think of Mrs. Carter, age 73, who reluctantly gave up gardening, her lifelong passion, because bending down left her legs trembling and sore. She feared her strength was gone for good. But after reviewing her diet, we found she was low in potassium-rich foods. By simply adding seasonal peaches back into her routine, one as her afternoon snack instead of cookies, within weeks she felt more stamina and less stiffness. Soon, she was back tending her flower beds with joy. For her, the peach wasn't just fruit. It was proof that small dietary changes can bring back activities you thought you'd lost forever. If you'd like to try it, Peaches are wonderfully versatile. Slice them over yogurt, blend into smoothies, or grill them for a warm, caramelized treat. Even one peach a day in the summer can help stabilize your mineral levels and quietly give your muscles the support they need. And while peaches deliver sweetness and sunshine, the final food on our list is cool, creamy, and unexpectedly effective at keeping nighttime cramps at bay. Yogurt is usually celebrated for its probiotics, but when it comes to muscle health, it provides something equally valuable, a reliable source of magnesium and potassium. 1 cup, about 170 grams, supplies around 30 milligrams of magnesium and nearly 370 milligrams of potassium. That makes yogurt one of the simplest ways to nourish your muscles while also strengthening bones with calcium and protein. Magnesium acts as a gentle relaxant, soothing tight muscles, while potassium ensures contractions remain smooth and well coordinated. Together, these minerals help lower the risk of sudden nighttime cramps that can interrupt sleep. Research published in the journal of the American College of Nutrition found that people who consumed dairy regularly recovered faster and reported fewer cramping episodes. I'm reminded of Mr. Lewis, age 76, who often faced restless nights due to sharp calf spasms. He confessed his diet was unbalanced, usually just coffee and toast in place of proper meals. We encouraged him to add 1 serving of plain yogurt with fruit into his evening routine. Within a month, he noticed deeper sleep and more daytime energy. For him, this simple shift brought an outsized improvement in daily life. Another advantage of yogurt is its versatility. You can enjoy it plain, pair it with fresh berries for extra antioxidants, or drizzle a little honey for natural sweetness. Those with lactose sensitivity can choose lactose-free or plant-based yogurts, many of which are fortified with similar nutrients. Opting for unsweetened versions is best, so you get the minerals without unnecessary sugar. As you can see, yogurt is far more than just a snack or dessert. It's a quiet ally for relaxed muscles, strong bones, and more peaceful nights. And now that we've covered 8 powerful foods, let's tie everything together with a gentle reminder of how these simple choices can build stronger legs and a healthier life. Today, you've discovered how common foods, peas, nuts, leafy greens, fruits, and even yogurt provide the essential minerals your muscles quietly rely on. Magnesium and potassium might seem simple, but they make all the difference between tossing and turning at night and sleeping peacefully, between unsteady steps and strong, reliable legs. The lesson is clear. Strong legs aren't built solely through exercise or medication. They also come from the small, everyday choices you make on your plate. As you plan your next meal, remember it's never too late to rebuild strength. Choose whole foods over refined options, fill your plate with color, and let nature's minerals quietly support your muscles. I've seen these changes transform lives, and they can do the same for you. If this video resonated with you, subscribe to Health Lab to keep getting practical tips for staying strong and active in your senior years. And before you leave, share your own experiences in the comments. We read every message and respond personally because your story truly matters.